People just automatically think I'm black. I mean, they say it, they're like, oh, but you look black. I'm like, okay, yeah. But it's more to it. It's more to who I am.
On a Sunday afternoon last spring, several hundred people, mostly of Honduran descent, gathered in a school auditorium in the Bronx for the Miss Garifuna beauty pageant.
The girls, they wear the outfits that the women from the Garifuna village used to wear. When they perform, they're picking dances that the Garifuna people used to do in Honduras. They're sugar-coated, they're not adding anything modern to it, it's just the culture.
The Garifunas are part African, part Caribbean, and part Central American. They descend from the native Arawaks of the Caribbean island of St. Vincent, and also from a group of West African slaves who landed there in 1797. In recent decades, many have immigrated to New York City.
New York is the largest Garifuna community outside of Central America. There are guesstimates that there are 200,000 Garifunas in all the 5 boroughs.
But when it comes to being counted in the census, the Garifunas say they don't fit into any box. Increasingly, there is a disconnect between how different ethnic and racial groups identify and how the census wants to count them. In the 2010 census, more than 18 million Latinos rejected the standard race categories, instead picking the catch-all known as some other race. Many argue, like 22-year-old Dilma Suazo, that they are so racially mixed that they constitute their own race.
Yeah, okay, good. Garifuna, to me, is who I am. It's my culture, it's my language, it's my food, it's literally my family.
In the lead-up to the 2010 census, Dilma and others in her family selected other race and wrote in Garifuna.
Everybody did it. My aunt did it, my mom did it. So hopefully, maybe in the long run, maybe in a couple of years, it will be that box that would say Garifuna. We no longer have to check other and have to write in Garifuna.
Who's the cook?
Ooh, everybody.
Dilma's family gathered at her grandmother's apartment in East New York, Brooklyn, for traditional dinner, dancing, and conversation.
Usually, like, if I had to check off a box, I would put as my race or how I would identify myself as Latina. I would never put Garifuna or other, check other, until currently I put other now. But I didn't know if it was valid, if Garifuna was valid to put, like, if they would understand where that came from.
You see diversity with Asians and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. You grow up looking at their culture, and then you realize, okay, that's their culture. But what about mine?
Oh, if you want to go color-wise, sure, I can say I'm black. Do you want to go language-wise? Sure, I can say I'm Hispanic.
Technically, it's brown skin, but
I mean, yeah, seriously. So now you're here, and we're like, okay, you got all this other check stuff, and so we called it. He's like, you know what? We're gonna go to other and just put Garifuna.
The Census Bureau acknowledges there's a problem with the questions of race and ethnicity. In 2010, they tested different wording in the forms, and last year they held focus groups with a report expected this summer.